Yeah, it's great to get back to work. Tough loss yesterday. It's just good getting back in the building, watching the tape, understanding some of the things that we did wrong and how we put ourselves in that position to lose that football game. But, hats off to Tampa. They were a great football team. Some things happened throughout that game that we didn't like. We did some things well in that game. So hopefully we can just learn from yesterday's experience and shift our focus to the Chargers.
All right, Jonathan, you want to start us off, and then David, you can follow up.
Sure. Hey, what's up, Teddy? Hope you're doing well. What was your reaction to Christian's injury, and then what do you think Mike Davis could bring as he tries to fill in for him?
That's the unfortunate part of this game, but we understand that if Christian could, he would love to be out there with us, and we have high expectations for Mike. Mike is a guy who's done some great things for us around here throughout training camp. He's made some plays all camp, and you watch him Sunday running the ball, catching the ball out of the backfield. You just get a glimpse of what Mike Davis could do. So, it's a time for those guys in that room, whether it's Mike, Trent Cannon, whoever we call, whoever number we call, we're just going to expect those guys to step in and make some plays for us.
David, you need to unmute yourself.
Sorry, thank you. You've not been in a position where you've had to carry this team before. With Christian out, do you feel there's pressure to do that, and you feel that you can be that kind of guy?
I'm definitely ready for, whatever, is expected of me. I just have to continue to attack each day, come in with that mindset, and let the guys around me feel me. As long as they see that I have that determination in my eye, I come to work every day with a chip on my shoulder. Everyone's going to elevate their game also. So now I'm in a unique position where I get the guys around me to just follow my lead, and that's something that I take pride in. So it's an opportunity for me to just continue to put that on display.
All right, we'll go to Vashti Hurt for the next question, and then Joe Person.
Hi, Teddy. Thanks for the time. Christian earlier gave a statement, and he talked about what he called outside noise. And a lot of people talking about you guys after going 0-2. Can you talk about that? Have you heard the noise, and what do you have to say in response?
I haven't heard the noise because I haven't been, I try to isolate myself once the games come around, try to stay away from social media and things like that. But, I can ensure that there's some chatter, and in order for this team to stay together, we have to, believe what we're hearing inside of this building. Whatever, it starts from Mr. Tepper, it goes to Marty, then it goes to Coach Rule. As long as we just continue to believe what they're telling us, that's what's most important. We can't control what's being said on the outside. We have to come to work every day and play football the Panther way.
Teddy, I wonder if you might expand on what's being said on the inside, because I'm sure you've heard the talk about a rebuild and all this. How do you kind of weigh that against your all's own expectations?
I think the unique part about this year is that we didn't have a true offseason. And, as the games are played each week, we're finding out different things about ourselves. And, no one knows what, no one knew what to expect, going into that game against the Raiders. And then when you play the game and you see, where we are, okay, you get to, measure yourself from that aspect. But then you play another game and against a great team, and you get a feel for, yourselves, and you start developing an identity. And I think that's just something that we're continuing to do right now, trying to continue to just bring it all together and mesh as one. It can't be the offense is playing well one week, can't be the defense playing well one week, special teams the next week. We got to bring all three phases together and just, mesh and be on the same page, man. We could really do some great things.
All right, we'll go to Skylar next, and then Miles.
Hey, Teddy, Coach Rules talked about this team's toughness from the very beginning of camp, and we've kind of seen that the last 2 weeks with you guys battling back in the second half. Just where do you think this team is mentality wise for just so many guys that have so much inexperience with this team? And even with an 0-2 start and a star player out, do you think that this is where you guys could eventually turn the page?
Definitely. Each week we just have to continue to grow. We're all growing together each day. And, we approach each day with that mindset of what's next. Things come up. There are going to be situations in games where we're up. There are going to be situations in games when we're down. And as long as we can be the same people, when we're up and when we're down, that's what's going to help this team continue to just, get out of our own ways. In this game, you dealt with adversity. And I think we've done a great job of responding to adversity. Now it's just, time to try to put the icing on the cake. It's all fun in games to talk about, oh, man, we were so close. But, I don't really like cake without icing on it. So I think that's something that we got to just try to get done these next couple of weeks.
Hey, Teddy, just upon your review of the tape, I mean, what did you see from those turnovers that you had that you guys can learn from? And what did you see in terms of learning from the pass protection and the difficulties that you guys had there?
We just got to continue to just find different ways to get our guys the ball. And when you watch the tape, that's what we're trying to do. So, with the turnovers, I had one ball, tried to anticipate the throw. I left it a little bit behind on DJ, the screen earlier in the game. I just let it get away from me. And when you watch the tape and you realize, man, we turned the ball over 4 times, and who would have thought that we had a chance to still go down and win the game, down 21-14. So if we could just get out of our own way, I think we have a pretty good football team.
All right, we have time for about 3 more. So we'll go to Elena now, and then Josh Klein, and then David, you can finish it.
Teddy, you mentioned that you feel like each week you guys are going to be learning something about this offense, about this team. And I was wondering, when you look back at yesterday's game, is there anything that stood out to you about this offense that maybe you didn't see week 1 or that was different than week 1?
Yeah, definitely. When you think about week 1, we were dealt some adversity, but, not the same like what we were dealt yesterday. We had a couple turnovers in week 1. We didn't really have to deal with that. So just we learned a lot about ourselves. When things didn't go well, you notice the little things that was very uncharacteristic of us. But then as the game started going on and we started feeling like, man, we could really, win this game or get back into this game, you start seeing, the things that we've been doing. So if we could just be the same throughout the entire course of the game, I think that'll be something that'll just really help us moving forward.
Hey, Teddy, thanks for taking the time. You have talked, and a lot of the guys on the team have talked about your leadership and, how important that is. Do you think that it's harder to be a leader when things are rough, during the rough times? Christian McCaffrey's injured. You guys have lost 2 straight to start the season. And do you have to kind of change the way that you lead when things are going poorly versus going well?
No, I actually think it's tougher to lead when things are going well because it's so easy to just brush things under the rug. But this is the time now where, we're all, gut checking ourselves. And, I have the opportunity to just come in every day along with, the other leaders on this team. And, we get to try to demand greatness out of everyone in that locker room. So for me, it's just an opportunity for me to just stay within my character, demand greatness out of everyone and allow the rest to take care of itself.
Teddy, wanted to ask you, last year, a lot of people predicted some doom and gloom when Drew Brees went down in New Orleans and you step in and go 5-0. What did you learn from that, and what can you share with your teammates about that can relate to what you guys are going through now with McCaffrey out?
Yeah, it's just, throughout the course of the season, you just look around the league, teams were losing guys, and that's the unfortunate part of this game. But it's an opportunity for guys, who've been waiting on their number to be called. They get an opportunity to go out there and play. And you just never know, man. You got to play every play like it's your last play. You got to play every play like the next player is coming to you, and just have the right mindset. So, you always got to stay ready. We always talk about, I'm ready, coach. Just put me in. But, we have to ask ourselves, are we truly ready? So I think this week is going to be good for guys to just compete, fly around, and just prove themselves.